Now that Avengers Endgame is out there and people are seeing the film, we're starting to learn a lot more about the behind the scenes creative process and many scenes and ideas and concepts that ultimately did not make the final cut of the film. And today we're going to be talking about something very interesting that would have happened for Tony Stark at the end of the film. So obviously, spoilers ahead, you have been warned. So while speaking to the HappySadConfused podcast, the Russo Brothers decided to reveal what really happened with Katherine Langford's character in Avengers Endgame. About a year ago or so, it was reported by The Wrap that Katherine Langford, one of the breakouts of 13 Reasons Why, had joined the cast of Avengers 4 in an undisclosed role, and now we have confirmation that her role was said to be Morgan Stark from the future, so basically a grown-up version of Tony Stark's daughter that we see in the film, who's about 5 years old. This was also first rumored by MCU Cosmic, and they dropped that scoop also last year, but now it's cool to get confirmation on the character. Now, with regards to what the scene was going to entail, Joe Russo says there was an idea that we had that Tony was going into the metaphysical way station that Thanos goes in when he snaps his fingers, and that there was going to be a future version of his daughter in that way station, which is the soul world that they're referring to. The intention was that his future daughter, because these films are dealing with magic, his future daughter forgave him and sort of gave him peace to go, and the idea felt resonant, but it was just too many ideas in an overly complicated movie. Anthony Russo then commented on why the scene was ultimately cut, saying, "What we realized about it was we didn't feel an association emotionally with the adult version of his daughter, so it wasn't ringing to us and resonating with us on an emotional level." So, with these big movies, they shoot tons of stuff that never sees the light of day. We're starting to hear a lot about Infinity War stuff that was cut surprisingly right now during the press for Endgame, like that whole scene with the Living Tribunal apparently showing up during the Titan fight sequence, which would have been pretty crazy and out there. And I think a lot of people had speculated and wanted to see what Katherine Langford's character was going to be in Endgame, and the idea that it was going to be in a sequence where Tony had gone to the soul world and seen his daughter grown up would have been kind of interesting, and it would have been a parallel obviously to Thanos seeing the young Gamora in Infinity War after he snapped his fingers. Thus kind of really hammering in the idea that Tony and Thanos are kind of mirror images of each other, and they're the ones that kind of snapped their fingers and did and undid all the events that happened. So what are your guys' thoughts on this? Are you bummed out that we didn't get this alternate kind of ending for Tony Stark in which he saw his daughter Morgan grown up and she was able to forgive him and let him move on? Or do you think that it's for the best that they cut it because, like Joe said, it was kind of putting a lot of ideas into an overly complicated movie already? Be sure to post your thoughts down in the comments below, and for more updates on Avengers Endgame and everything pop culture, be sure to subscribe to HN Entertainment.